Okay guys, hello. Welcome back to GT Sport on the channel. Some of you are a bit disappointed to see it got off last night. I hope everyone's had a good Friday, enjoyed a bit of the sun. I know I have. Got a bit baked. And that is not a 420 joke. I got baked by the sun. Basically we're going to jump straight into quali. So what you're watching tonight is my mic down there. Hopefully you all heard that last bit. What you're watching tonight is the best of UK series qualifiers. So, for those of you that watch my channel quite a lot, we did a stream the other week of the best of UK mini series, which was just a little one-off of 4 races. A bit of fun really to get the top UK guys together and do some racing. Now, people liked it so much that the man in charge has decided to do a full series. The top 12 from the mini-series qualify automatically, and tonight we are looking for the final 4 people to fill the grid. We've got a fair few guys in here. You're looking for the chaps in the 911 RSR. They'll be duking it out, qualifying right now. It's just begun. They're all basically on their first flyer right now, so we've missed nothing. You'll see a couple of familiar faces in here actually. Calster, looking at qualifying for the UK series. Definitely has the pace. The times, what the fuck is Siri doing? The times are insanely close. Insanely close. Between these guys that are racing tonight. As you'll see from qualifying, I'm sure. We're watching Calster right now in the nice elf paint job. Quite a popular one, that. He comes around the final corner to finish his first flyer. Let's see where this puts him. You're looking for a 56, I believe, is a decent time. 56 is a decent, I can't remember. I think it's 56. 56. Maybe. Maybe I'm just talking out my arse, but they're hammering it either way. They are flying. Let's have a look on board with Calster. It's a shame you can't do the actual interior cam. A little bit of understeer through the right hander, but nothing too bad. Hold on the brakes into the hairpin. Looking for the best run possible up this hill because it's all flat in Group 3. Shoot through the Schumacher S's. They're gone before you can even realise they've flown by. Just a short 10-minute quali this. So the guys are going to have to be on it immediately. 10-minute quali, so you're going to get 4 flying laps maybe. How quickly you get around the first time. It's Calster improved to a 56.6. Let's have a look on board with somebody else who's place. So. It's Tom, who was in the mini series, so already know he has the pace. No slouch. chat is very quiet tonight. Anybody there? Can anybody hear me? Is my phone playing up? Is there genuinely nobody in chat tonight? Have people deserted me because I've been away? There we go. I'm not on my own. I thought I was for a second. I even went across to a Mac to check to make sure. How are we this evening, guys? I'm back, Pedro. I am back. I am here. For those of you that missed my stream last night, basically I have been working flat out for the past 3 weeks. So, well, longer actually. It's been the last month and a bit maybe. Where I work to... Ooh, as Tom goes wide out of the hairpin. So flick on board with somebody else. See how Mikey's doing. Quick check on the live time. It says Calster's still got that provisional pole position locked down by 1/10 of a second. But yes, I've basically a couple of the guys from work basically are no longer at work, and they both left at exactly the same time. So it basically meant that I was the only full-time member of staff left. So I've been doing 6-day weeks, very tired. And unfortunately, when you're in that kind of situation, something has to give. And unfortunately, it was YouTube. But we're back now. We're back now. What time is it in the UK right now? 9:15 in the evening. And still really warm. Really hot here all day. See if Mike is on a good lap. So, good first sector, and a handy second sector as well. He could be in contention here, should he get the final chicane right. Out the final corner he comes, let's see where it puts him. Yeah. Ever so slight improvement. He is less than a 1/10 behind Calster at this point. It is hotting up big time. That time gap definitely isn't correct though. 56.782 to a 56.696. That's not 5 thousandths of a second, is it? Definitely not. Confusing. But look how close those times are. Absolutely crazy. Guys on the absolute limit. The open lobbies will be coming back very soon. Can't wait to get in the open lobbies with you guys again. Do have some racing. It's not like that, like even that I've been playing GT Sport and just not streaming it, or playing GT Sport and not doing videos. I've legit not played the game at all really for the past 3 weeks. My daily workouts, you'll see, are literally 0, 0, 0, 0. So kind of heartbreaking really, because I do love to play. Aries, how you doing, man? Aries, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Aries. Is it 155, 154? Time in the end? I don't know. I was under the impression that NA was a slower region, to be honest. on the whole. Seems like the European guys, at least for sure, the strength of the field in any particular race seems just that little bit higher. The daily lap times seem a bit quicker as well. Obviously that's from having an NA at least. Hey Geek Man, how you doing, dude? It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Somehow 15 subs away from 3,000 as well. We'll have a little celebration for that. Oh. Kauster loses it through the chicane. We've got Alan. I think he's going to get one crack at it. One flying lap. So let's see what he can pop in. The first sector is good. That is a solid first sector. Let's see what we can do second sector. 26.4. A little bit off what the optimal pace would be, but still not horrific. Force Europe's improved to a 56.4 to lead the pack. It's a good lap. Stay on board with Alan. See what he can do. The pressure is on. Always hugely difficult when you basically only get one flying lap. This is a pretty much no assist series. I am not in this. This is purely to find out who will qualify alongside the 12 people that qualified from the UK mini-series for the actual UK series itself. So I will just be commentating tonight and watching. The race should be good, and then after that we'll do something different. Alan straight up to 4th. That is a solid effort into the 56ers for one lap. That is a great effort. Firm handshakes all around for that. That is not bad at all. I'm still flying, getting those laps in. Bit of a four-wheel drift as well. Having some issues with that last chicane, I think, pushing very hard. Hopefully it doesn't trip him up during the race. Hugely competitive, these lobbies. I mean, obviously you can tell by the times already. But it's the consistency of the pace that these guys will show that is the difficulty. It's not matching them over a lap or anything like that, or qualifying. It's just the fact that they can basically repeat it lap after lap after lap. This is going to be a good one. So 8 people. Only 4 spots available in the best of UK series. Not necessarily the top 4 that qualify. We're also looking for people that show good on-track etiquette, etc. Mikey with a great start from 3rd on the grid. He's already made his way up to 2nd, and right on the back of Kauster, those Porsches starting extremely quickly. And Alan down into the first corner. He's hit Cal in the rear. It's not compromised Cal too much. He's lost a position, but it's not too bad. A lot going off behind. But through a bit of good track positioning and a little slice of luck as well, Force UAB is first, leading us out of the first sector. Kauster and Mikey tucked right up behind him in those 2 menacing looking Porsche RSRs. We've got Treviso in 4th in the Corvette. It's looking like the Corvette and the Porsche are 2 pretty solid cars as Mikey takes a trip across the gravel on the exit of that deviously difficult right-hand downhill as we come towards the hairpin for the third time. We've got Mikey looking up the inside of Alan, or Alan looking down the outside of Mikey. I don't know which way. Mikey's had a torrid first lap again. A bit of a mishap on the outside of the hairpin, and he's plunged from third right the way down the order to seventh. Something must have happened to Holodine as well, because he's bringing up the rear of the field. Quite a gap from him to the pack as well, but I'm sure with a bit of fighting he'll start to fight his way back forwards. So Force Urby leads us for the first time up into the chicane. Exciting first lap, lots of chopping and changing. Fast starting Porsche's definitely thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. Kelster right behind him, not letting him out of his sight at all. Treviso, another one of the UK Mini Series participants, in third, just keeping a watching brief for the two guys ahead of him in that Corvette. And we've got Alan in fourth, followed by Ants Tomko in fifth, and the Lona Tenza, Fossey, sixth. Holodine made it up to seventh. Mikey completing the horrible first lap in eighth position. Basically sums up that first lap for him, unfortunately. Force keeping it nice and tidy through that first sector. First sector of Nürburgring GP, extremely technical, difficult one to nail consistently, especially with the fact that you can go so wide out of turn 3 and turn 5, I think. Kelster still keeping within that probably half a second gap just behind Force Urby there. Let's actually turn the race info on and we'll know for sure. Here we go, so it's 4/10 of a second. They've basically built themselves a little gap over Treviso, who sat in third. Alan hounding him. He gets a bit of an oversteer moment out of the hairpin. That means Alan's going to be right up close behind, going through the Schumacher S's, potentially positioning himself for a move. See if he can do something into the left-hander. Nothing doing. Very difficult to make a move there, Stick, unless you've got a real overspeed. For some reason I can't change the view. Doesn't let me do anything. So I'm going to be stuck with the spectator cameras, unfortunately. Let's see how it's shaking up front. And again, Urby, bit of a mistake out of the chicane, and Kelster has sandwiched his car up the inside, just has to be brave into the final corner. Force Urby hanging it out around the outside. It's going to be a drag race down to turn 1. In fact, Kelster's just tucked in right behind, but the gap is right down now to 2/10 of a second. Kelster setting the fastest lap of the race. These guys, as I said already, the consistency showing already, setting laps in the 56s in race trim. 56 would have been good enough to qualify you pretty decently in the order. Kelster not letting Force Urby get away at all. That gap to Treviso remaining about 2.5 seconds. He's got Alan right behind him. He's looking backwards rather than forwards right now. A bit of a train forming actually as Tomko gets a bit of a swapper on. Takes a healthy amount of the grass on the outside. Treviso defensive. Alan looking for a move around the outside. Just going to put him on the inside for the right-hander, but Treviso defends really well. That's going to bring Tomko into play just from behind. Alan with a swapper out of the corner, compromising his run. I think that move's done before the hairpin is even required. Alan pretty unlucky there. Treviso defending really well. Kind of compromised Alan's run out of that right-hander. Tried to boot it to kind of compensate. Fell foul to the wheel spin. This battle at the front showing no signs of letting up at all. Force Urby keeping his cool so far, setting some purple sectors as well. No messing around at all. Kelster not letting him out of his sight. That gap I don't think has gone above half a second for the entirety of the race so far. Ever since we've been running 1-2, Kelster seems a bit more confident through the chicane. That Porsche handles really well. Nice balance with the engine in the rear. always been fabled for their mechanical grip, the Porsches. And again, we're in the 56s across the line. Treviso still defending hard from the little train behind him. Shout out to Mikey, who's recovering well. He's actually catching this group after a torrid first lap, lapping quite consistently as well. He's going to be on the back of these before the end of the race, I think. Hollowdean circulating in 8th. We go back to the front. The gap has just extended ever so slightly. I think it's a combination of Force having a good first sector and Cal having a bit of a poor one by his standards. In fact, Force almost 3 tenths up on the first sector, on for a 56.5, which is an insanely quick race lap. Costa still though not letting him out of his sight, just got to maintain that gap, keeping the toe. The gap extending all the while to this scrap, this absolute melee for 3rd position. Treviso still driving extremely well, positioning his car really well, although that tight inside line is going to compromise him coming out of the hairpin. The 2 Porsches menacingly hunting him down, patrolling, stalking. As we fly through the Schumacher S's. Tom with a bit of a poor line through there, which is going to allow Alan to sweep around the outside. Beautiful little move there. Tom not finished with him at all, repasses him, next corner. Great racing between these 2 guys. Just a slight touch, but nothing too meaty. Getting the elbows out ever so slightly, but nothing major. I think, very healthy battle there. Nothing malicious. This way is all, where it seems like all the action is on the track so far. Obviously that battle between Kalstra and Forshuaby settling down ever so slightly. That is an absolutely stonking lap. 56.1. That would have been good enough for pole position. No messing. Pulled out a nice gap on Kalstra in 2nd now. 1.3 seconds. It's not that Cal's going slowly. I mean, look how consistent his laps have been within 1/10 of one another. Just could not handle that pace, that lap. Insanely quick lap from Forshuaby, showing his credentials right there, staking his claim for a position in that UK series. The battle behind, the gap extending out to 5 seconds now. You can actually see the 2 guys in front. Treviso extremely wide out of the right-hander, but I don't think that's compromised his run too much. It's only a matter of time, I think, before these Porsches get through one way or another. Stalking, looking left, looking right, all the while. Treviso with the nerves of steel so far, but I can guarantee you right now those palms are extremely sweaty as Tomko sweeps around the outside. Treviso runs him out of room. That's going to allow Alan up the inside of both of them. There's contact. 3 into 1 does not go. Treviso has come out of that the worst by quite some margin. Not sure what's happened there. He's not running at all. Stopped completely. That may be the end of his race. Hard to call that one from first view, and I think Tomko was well within his rights to make that move happen. I think Alan again well within his rights to come up the inside. I think that was just a racing incident. Unfortunate that that battle had to end with someone falling foul of issue. Treviso back up and running. Not sure if he lost his controller or something like that. As I said, Mikey said he'd catch up to this group, and he's right there. So after a first lap, a torrid first lap where he dropped from 3rd right the way down to 8th, he is now back in the fight for 3rd. Absolutely magnificent drive from Mikey so far. Great work, and again smashing a 56.9 in there as well. In fact, tying his best lap. He's done it 2:56.944s. Just testament to the consistency that these guys are able to put out. Forshuaby just extending his lead at the front, getting comfortable now. Cal not able to put him under as much pressure as he was at the start. And again, purple in the first sector, just improving lap after lap as he gets more and more comfortable with that Corvette. Driving absolutely beautifully so far. Kalstra as well, I mean, great effort from the young man. Doing really well in his first taste of what I would say is truly competitive racing. no harm done to the reputation for sure. And Tomko still holding on to third. Alan right up his backside, and Mikey has managed to make it past the Lona Tenza of Fosse. I have no idea. We're going to go for Fosse. Treviso officially retiring from the race. I'd say difficult to call that incident. We'd have to watch a replay back. I don't know if it was malicious. It's a difficult one to call. But sorry guys, I am trying to show as much of the action as possible. Alan looking left and right. It's always, I find, easier to be the follower than the chaser than the chased. Oh, Mikey parks it in the wall on the inside. Coming out of the final corner, he's not lost too much ground, thankfully for him. Still half of this race to go, can you believe? It's been action, action, action. Lots still to transpire, I'm sure. But Mikey with a bit of a mistake out of the final corner, just a bit too greedy with the loud pedal on that one. Kauster pegging the gap to Forshuaby just ever so slightly. This battle for third is still raging. In fact, a little gap has just opened. That's Tomko with some breathing space. Let's see what he can do with it. Mikey all over the back of the Atenza ahead again. Let's see if he can make another move. Beautiful camera angle there. We can see the battle for first in the distance as we watch this titanic battle for third. 4-car melee. Definitely, as someone said in chat, a long race. Still more action to come from this one. So don't go anywhere. I am not participating in this one, guys, for those that have asked. I'm just streaming this race tonight. I thought it'd be nice for people to watch this. Some top quality British racing for the place in the UK series. For those of you that watched the UK mini series that I participated in a few weeks ago, it's the full version of that. The top 12 in that have automatically qualified. So basically we're looking for another 4 people to fill the remaining 4 spots. A few of the people that are in here actually participated in the mini-series, but unfortunately finished at the bottom 4, so they're basically re-qualifying for their position. That gap at the front, maintaining that 1.2 seconds. That's Tomko just extending the gap to 4th now. I think that battle is kind of settled down a little bit. Nice wide line out of turn 3. Turn 2, I don't know. It's one off the 2. It's one of those double apex corners where some tracks would call it 1 turn, and some tracks would call it 2 turns, and actually no one has a clue. Looks like turn 2 to me. Mikey back through past the Atenza of Fosse. Hollow Dean cutting a solitary figure. In 7th, I think he was very unlucky at the start of the first lap. It goes off actually, goes to the commentator. Just, it's going to be almost impossible if you have an incident first lap to bridge the gap back to the field. That gap back down to below 1 second, so the battle for first is not over. Kauster's not given this one up at all. It just shows force on a lap that's just 4/10 slower than his fastest, but Cal reeling him in. Fast lap, last lap. In fact, fast lap for the last 3 laps. 56.5, 56.5, 56.4. Cal is on the charge. Settled down into a rhythm. Nice exit from the last corner. He needs to get himself hunkered down in that beautiful slipstream. What cars love on the straights. Nice clean air. don't really notice how much of a hill turn 1 is on until you watch these replay cameras. 10 seconds, back to 3rd position, field quite strung out. That massive battle between Treviso, Adstomko and Allen kind of cost these guys quite a lot of time. They're not running a huge amount off the pace of the guys at the front, but that battle has kind of strung the field out a little bit. Allen again bringing the gap down. It was just under 2 seconds last time we checked. Mikey closing in as well. Some pretty nice laps recently. Gap remaining static from the guys up top. Both of them on fantastic laps. Really difficult. I've said multiple times already on this stream. I feel like a broken record, but the consistency of these guys absolutely insane. Just to maintain this pace lap after lap after lap takes so much concentration. Over 14 laps you'd expect to see a mistake, but these guys have not made one yet. That's why they're 1-2. That's Tomko in 3rd, 2nd to Parrot Allen just behind him. Mikey stalking behind. Battle-scarred Porsche 911 RSR. It's got a story to tell, that car. It's been in some incidents this race, that's for certain. The lone master Atenza Group 3 of Fossey behind, running extremely well, to be fair to him. I don't think the Atenza, well, I don't know, to be fair, it's been about 3 weeks since I played GT Sports, so it could have changed, but I don't think the Atenza really is on the same kind of par as these. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. Feel free to let me know. The top two have been particularly impressive. As you can see from the info on the right hand side of the screen, insane pace from these guys. Fully deserving of their positions at the front. Bit of lag there, making me feel like Force was going to make a mistake for a second. Gap to Parrot Allen has come down a little bit. Just a 10th here and there. It's always difficult to bridge that gap. That's Tomko purple through sector 2. Mikey again watching behind, but such is the pace, it's so difficult for him to bridge this gap. These guys aren't hanging about. It's Tomko kicking up gravel left, right and centre. Very cool little detail there as it all came out of the airbox, little pieces of it left, right and centre. One of those things that you'd never notice from driving on board. Allen just stalking. That gap is coming down. I don't think this battle for 3rd is finished just yet, and as long as Mikey can stay just behind them, we could be up for a grandstand finish. These two guys out front trading blow for blow. Basically two heavyweight boxers just stood in the middle of the ring slugging it out, and neither one of them has gone down so far. They've both thrown their best haymakers, but they've both got iron chins by the looks of things. Tom in 3rd. You can see, apply the same metaphor to these guys. There's been plenty of wild haymakers thrown in this battle, that's for certain. Treviso on the receiving end of a brutal KO down at the hairpin. We've got a little bit of a break at the action. For those of you interested, I'm going to be participating in the IGTC Inter-Regional GT 500 Championship that starts this Sunday. The race is about 8 or 9 o'clock my time, so I'll be streaming that. Qualify this week, hopefully put ourselves in a decent position on the grid. Probably going to opt for either the Lexus or the Nissan. So that should be fun. Looking forward to driving those Group 2 cars in anger. Very, very, very fun and a great addition to the game. First race is at Dragon Trail as well. I'm alive. I'm well and truly alive. Just about. Pretty much been worked to death the past few weeks, but I'm coping. Again, as we go on to lap 12, 3 laps to go. The gap at the front still at that pesky 1 second. Two battles basically on track are for first and for third. But the battle for third arguably more important than the battle for first. I think the two guys at the front have already proven their point. Don't think it matters too much who wins the race. They've both been mightily, mightily impressive. It's this battle for third that matters quite a lot. Every position counts. The fight for those 4 positions in the UK series. As I said before at the start, it's not necessarily the top 4 that will get the 4 positions. Go away, Siri. I didn't even ask. Did I say anything remotely like, hey Siri then? All these gaps. Mikey just can't bridge that 1.5 second gap to Alan, who can't quite bridge that second gap to Adstonko. Same cars as well. Same cars, same nationality, roughly the same pace. Nothing to split these 3. Mikey with a great recovery drive for those that missed the start of the race. Mikey had a great start. He was arguably in the box seats going into turn 1 after Calster got hit in the rear. But unfortunately had a bit of a mare from that point. Ended up from 2nd at the first corner to 8th. And last at the end of the first lap was fought his way back admirably back to 5th. Showed some really, really, really good racecraft and determination. The top 4 spots, so the 4 spots that are available for the UK series are decided by the series organiser, which is a guy called McLaren. Well-respected member of the community, been racing for a good while. He's going to be looking at the replay, looking at the people obviously based on pace, based on qualifying position, based on racecraft, because obviously he wants to produce the best show possible. And I think it's a good thing. I think obviously the results of one race are good. But basing it on a few factors will probably throw up the most balanced and exciting grid. Battle for first is still raging. Lost all my where they are, all the lap times. These guys again, 56s every lap. They're flying. The guys at the front absolutely flying. Sweeping shot through the the Schumacher S's. So I've just been talking about McLaren for the penultimate time. Just one more lap for these guys. Keep it clean. No chance to let off the gas though. Such has been the pace of this race. .56.5. Should have been good enough for Really good grid position. Tomko's extreme pace as well. 56.3 that last lap. As that finally killed the hopes of Alan just behind. In fact, Mikey brought the gap down now to lower than a second to Alan. Was definitely experiencing some lag-related issues by the looks of things. He's doing the hokey cokey. Well, here we are. We'll focus on the lead for a bit. Force Ubi goes through the Schumacher S's for the final time. Calster with the gap now down to below a second. I think nothing but pride at stake on this one. I think these two have been the class of the field this race. Fantastic effort from both. Consistent, brutal pace. The gap to third has probably stabilised at around 11.5 seconds ever since Ads Tomko got free, but these guys have been extremely quick, fully deserving of the 1-2 finish. As they round the final corner, Force UAB is going to take the win in the UK Series qualifiers, closely followed by Calster, shadows him across the line, just 0.7 of a second behind. Looks like Ads Tomko is going to hold on for the final podium position. Mikey has just taken Alan at the final corner. What happened? What? Whoa, what happened there? Alan's going to drop right the way down to 6th. I have no idea what happened at the end there. We missed it completely. We were watching Ads Tomko come out of the final corner, and I just noticed that Mikey was in 4th. We'll have to look at the replay for that one. No idea what just happened there. I don't know whether Mikey went for a Hail Mary into the final corner, or there was some sort of lag-related issue. I know they were close on track, but they didn't look that close going into the final corner when I saw the camera angle. But nonetheless, Force UAB with a great win in that Corvette Group 3. He raises his trophy aloft. Clean sweep, pole position, fastest lap, and race win. That's a statement. Gonna have to see what happened at that final corner in the replay for certain. By the looks of things, Alan's had some pedal issues. He has been having some pedal issues for a little while. But yeah, if you are interested in the Best of UK series, you can find the thread on GT Planet under the GT Sport section. I think it's under race and hot lap tournaments or something like that. But you'll be able to follow the series obviously through there and through my channel. I'll be streaming the races for certain. You know, the best guys in the UK taking part. Multiple manufacturers and Nations Cup winners. People like M. Thomas, Indian Food, McLaren. Some hugely fast, hugely fast drivers taking part in that series. But it was a great race. Really good one to watch that. Let's have a look at the replay and see what happened last corner. Let's have a quick look and see what cracked off in that last bend. Yeah, well done, Cal. Did really well there, mate. Very, very proud of you. I'm like a proud father right now. Right, so look at what happened at this this first turn as well. So the Porsche's got a fantastic start, as you'd expect. Cal's to Grefland, but Mikey, arguably even faster, slots in behind Cal. And I think about here we had... Let's have a look. See if we can get a better view. That would be a no. Let's have a look from Ad's view. So, other than Alan hitting Calstra at the start, it looks relatively clean. I think everyone can survive that first corner from here. Ad sees the space on the inside and goes for it, which I think any racer would. That fantastic first corner from Ads there. Something happens to Hollowdean just there. Let's have a watch of that again. It turns a very slow off the line, causing a bit of a concertina effect. Right, we'll go on board with Hollowdean, who just slightly hits Alan. So what happens just here then? I think it's a little bit of oversteer from Hollowdean, which just puts him into Alan, and then he hits Ads on the outside. I think, yeah, that's a difficult one, that. Again, I think just that bit of oversteer killed him. I don't think there was any malicious intent. I don't think the first corner was particularly dirty at all. See what happens to Mikey. So the front three are really close to one another. Here with a great view of the battle ahead. So at this point, Mikey's in a prime position to do well. Hooks up the inside of Calstra into the left-hander. Not really a overtaking position there, but Calstra gives him plenty of room anyway. Looking for the cutback out of the right-hander. Just gets a huge swapper on there. He's alright up to this point. Alan down the outside. A great little move. Just too greedy on that loud pedal. Kind of theme of the first lap, that. Just I think maybe a bit of nerves. People just squeezing that throttle just a little bit too hard first lap, and unfortunately causing a few incidents to occur. Again, Mikey's still okay up until this point, so I don't know what happens to him at the end of the lap. Still fine here. In fact, in the toe of that's Tomko ahead, so not in a horrific position. Brakes nice and early for the chicane. He attends a roadblock, and then yeah, again, just a bit too much on the throttle. It's an unfortunate first lap. So this battle for third raged for a good few laps. So let's see what happened going into this hairpin. Quite short, quite deep into the race. Quite close at this point, but I feel like it's still later than this. Okay. So Trevisio's struggling to keep these two behind him at this point. Ads looks for the lunge down the outside. Nice little move. Treviso runs him out of road a little bit. Alan up the inside. Yeah, it's just 3 into 1. It won't work. I feel, for what it's worth, I feel like Alan was entitled to go for that room on the inside. It's just an unfortunate situation. I don't feel like... I mean, Ads has come back in for the cutback. Alan's taken quite a tight line. But yeah, there's just not room for all 3 of them. Alan's trying to take the racing line at this point. It's just unfortunate. I don't think there's any malicious intent there. Ads does really well to claim the track there. Probably the move that got him his podium position in this race. That just making sure he got the elbows out. The outside of the Schumacher S's is not really where you want to be making a move. Let's have a look what happened to Alan at the end of the race. It's so close with Ads for the whole race. God, I wish there was a faster way of moving the replay. Right. Alan definitely getting some quite bad lag at this point. Just want to have a look at his throttle and brake inputs because I know he's having some issues with his pedals. Huge amount of lag though. He's still fine at this point. I think it's just a lag-related lag bomb incident, that, unfortunately. Not a great deal you can do about that one. Yeah, Alan could have given him more room on the outside, but yeah, it depends on what view he uses as well. If you're using like a bumper view or something like that, it's very difficult to see or to kind of know what is happening on the outside in that situation from personal experience. Your field of view is very limited. In fact, we probably could have seen from the replay if I'd have used the bumper cam. He probably couldn't see a great deal. In fact, we'll have a look. We might as well have a look while we're here. I'd wager he probably couldn't see a great deal on the outside just there. The camera's good. It's just packed away at the minute because I'm actually moving house. Everything's happening right now. So obviously I've been working an insane amount, hence the lack of videos and streams. And again, I apologise for that. It's been playing on my mind quite a lot because obviously I do enjoy this and I do enjoy the fact that you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I'm also moving house at the same time, so it's all cracking off. It is all cracking off right now. Also working extremely hard to try and get a promotion at work at the minute. Which again is taking up a lot of time, and then running F4H taking up a lot of time. So unfortunately YouTube had to be the sacrificial lamb. Right, let's have a look at this incident. Lap 5, wasn't it? There we go with the insanely annoying skipping of the replay. Right, here we go. So this would have been Alan's view if he's in the view that I think he's in. So at this point, obviously he sees Ads go down the outside. So he positions his car perfectly at this point. So he can't see that car on the outside at that point. He roughly knows where he is. But from this point on, He can't see where Ads has gone. He could be behind. I mean, obviously you've got the radar, but in that situation, if you look down at the radar, you're going to make a mistake and cause a crash anyway, in my opinion. And then at this point, he can't see either of them. Ads just appears in the rear view just there. But at that point, it's too late to make an adjustment. And that's already happened. Yeah, I can't give Alan the blame for that one, I don't think. I think it was a racing incident. It's an unfortunate incident, because obviously I don't think anyone wanted that to happen. It didn't benefit Alan. He finished 4th anyway. Well, he would have finished 4th if it wasn't for the lag spike of death. Yeah, it's working fine now. It's working fine. I got it working. There were some issues with my Mac not having the correct update, number one, and number two, because I was using a standalone mic, which I'm using tonight, the Blue Snowball, and because I was trying to use the G920, both of the mics, no matter which mic I selected in the Elgato software, they were both trying to provide the commentary, even if I disabled one of them, which was causing the echo. What are the races today? Group 4 Monza, Group 3 Maggior. Not a bad selection, actually. Just so you guys can see. So that's me today. That's my month on GT Sport. So this month you can see I've played it, probably the least I've played it in a long time. You can see week by week. Look at April. Basically, I've barely played the game at all. Very frustrating. I'm not sure what to do now. Got the best of UK series out of the way. Think. I've not driven in so long. I feel rusty as hell. So, what's Monza saying? Not been on Monza for a good while. They're on group thought. Seems very strong right now. 155.0. Some fast names on that today. Don't really get that much of a stacked top 10 usually. Some fast names on, not in the top 10 even. And the one make Toyota at Tokyo. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've done that Tokyo for a good while. Interesting to see the top 7 have no replay. Wall riding maybe? Not sure. I'm not going to do open lobbies tonight, Casper. I'll dedicate a night to those because I want to come back to the open lobbies with a bang. See See what tomorrow brings for that one. Flipping out, my voice just went crazy. A really dry throat, actually. Have a quick drink. Can't actually be long until the April update comes out. Just thinking about it, we're on the 20th now. Not heard anything about it so far, so if we are going to get an update in April, it's got to be pretty soon. Do some drifting. You do not want to see me drift, I promise you that. It's not pretty. Who have I got there? Friends in lobbies. I'm going to just want to do some chill driving. What's going on? R, clean or kick. What does that even mean? Not sure what RRR is. And again, I might just do some practice for the IGTC this weekend. Group 2 cars are quite difficult to drive at Dragon Trail, or difficult to get the lap perfect at least. Yeah, the race was really good to watch, Cal. It was a really good watch. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, very close to 3,000 subs now, guys. 15 away at the start of the stream. Very cool. Might try the Nissan. So I've been driving the Lexus for the past couple of nights. Yeah, extremely cool milestone that. I think what we'll do is, it's my birthday in June, so we're 2 months away. If I can hit 5,000 subs before my birthday, I think we'll do a nice little giveaway. We'll give away some F4H merch or something like that, an F4H hoodie. The F4H hoodie is extremely nice, by the way. Made by our pals at Aporia Customs. Done a great job. Really nice bit of kit. But yeah, basically the rules for the IGTC are no tuning, no aids, so no counter steer assistance, no traction control, no track aids, so nothing like driving line or cones or anything like that. Basically just you and the car. Have to be so careful out of this chicane. Be careful out of all the corners, to be fair. Make sure you don't get any turbo lag as well. At the same time as not spinning up the rears. Not too much boost. A little balancing act. Compromise my exit. power. Line through the S's. Oh. I think the Nissan's a bit better on the brakes than the Lexus, but actually on the whole probably a bit more difficult to drive, and it's a long old race in these IGTCs. How old will I be in 2 months? 29. 29. I don't believe it. Feels horrendous to say. I know, Carl, I know. Thanks for that. I'm not turning 30, I've decided. I'll just be 29 again the year after. It's a point, actually. I've not spoken to you guys in about a month, so other than the people that are in the Discord, I've not managed to speak to anyone about the Formula 1 yet. What are we thinking of the season so far? It's been pretty good, I think. Everyone, after qualifying in Australia, just thought it was going to be the Lewis Hamilton show again this year. He's not won a single race so far. Which has surprised pretty much everybody. Verstappen's stock is falling left, right and centre, because he can't seem to not crash into people. Bottas has had a pretty solid start to the season, but still hasn't managed to outscore Lewis. Surprising. And Raikkonen seems to be some sort of human sacrifice for the Ferrari team at the moment. Probably support some sort of devil worship cult or something, and they need a human sacrifice for Vettel to win the championship, because that's basically what Raikkonen's season has been so far, despite the fact that he's probably driving better than he has since 2012. The best he has since 2012, should I say. They're basically just throwing him to the wolves every race. No matter where Raikkonen has been in the race, they've fucked his strategy to make sure that Vettel wins the race and has the best opportunity to win the race. Which is horrific, really, if you think about it. 3 races in, and Raikkonen's already been sacrificed for the championship. They must think so poorly of him to not give him a shot at winning the title at all. And I think that'll be their downfall altogether. Because as you saw on Sunday, Vettel gets taken out of the race. That's Ferrari's race over. Raikkonen was never going to win that race from that point. He had no option. Ferrari had absolutely screwed him over strategically to cover Vettel's race. That chicane is horrendous. Every lap. It scares the shit out of me. to launch like a rocket out of that chicane the last lap. I don't feel like that was a slow first sector, but I just left myself for dust really. Tank slapper on through the first part of that sweeper section. Let's see what you guys have been saying in the chat. Mercedes are struggling. You're right. K-Mag's been doing well, to be fair. He's been doing really well. Very surprised with Haas. Well, kind of surprised, but not really surprised, because it's... No matter what people say, it's like a Ferrari in disguise, isn't it, essentially? Just looking what you guys are putting in chat. China was a great race. It's the best race so far. And Baku always throws up a decent race. I'm bad at drifting altogether, Cal. It's not just on this game, mate. Oh, should retry by accident. Like, I can't drift. There you go. There was a drift. Genuinely can't do it. I don't, for what it's worth, feel like the G29 gives you... What the flippin' heck was that? I got distracted by the party invite. I don't think the G29 gives you very good feedback when it comes to drifting either. It's great. Apparently I had maximum grip there for a second. I'm determined to drift this last corner now. Just won't let me. I can't drift. It's just not my thing. Alright. Yeah, I didn't really think that the fact that I got racing rubber on really mattered. Like a little drifting community. Well, I say little, it's not so little anymore, but it's a drifting community on Forza. I have a few friends in that, but I've never been able to drift, even on a controller. This car really doesn't like those curves. It's so low. So odd on the power as well. This, well, again, down to the force feedback that I think the G29 gives you. You don't feel that the rear is breaking loose until the rear has already broken loose and it's too late to save it in most cases. You have to drive within yourself a bit. I feel like I'm blaming my equipment a bit here, but I don't know. If anyone has good settings for the G29, feel free to fire them over. The more I play it, the more vague it feels. It's not quite matching kind of the level of feedback I need at this stage. Oh man, just won't concentrate and just touch that wall on the outside then for absolutely no reason. No! Ah. I don't even know if that's a good time, to be fair. The lap seemed good. It seemed nice. I don't know. I mean, Group 2 is still a good, what is it, 10 seconds faster than Group 3. Yeah. On a 1 minute 20 lap. I mean, if you look at my Group 1 cars there, it's 5 seconds, so Group 2 definitely feels more like Group 1 than Group 3 to me. Last corner of Sector 1. Yeah, I made up time there, I know that. It's just getting on the power out of that corner. It's weird. With these cars, it's weird because you've got the turbo. You're either too high in the turbo, so there's too much boost, so the car wheel spins, or you're too low and the car does nothing, or you get that perfect launch where you nail the exit of the corner. It's really hard to keep it in that like power band and take the corner at the same time, so you get the perfect exit. It's difficult. See what the daily workout RNG gods have in store for me today. It's a nice juicy Ford GT over there. We're going to get the NSX Group 4 by the looks of things. I don't know if I've got one of those actually, so I can't complain. We'll take that. And the thing with this series, this RGTC series, is it's going to be, I think it's 4 times tyre wear, 2 times fuel. So it's alright me running a 128.2 or whatever it was in time trial, but I think it's going to be quite different in a quali session. The difficulty with that quali as well is you literally get 2 laps. So it's a 4 lap session. Your first lap is your out lap, then you get 2 flyers, and then you get a cool down lap. So basically you have 2 laps to put a good lap in. That's all you're getting. I think it's a qualifier for one of these daily races, you know. I really don't want to drive the Veyron, however. But I think if I don't drive the Veyron, I've probably got no hope, have I? My friend's driving. Yeah, it's got to be a Veyron. And if I've got a Veyron, if I have, I don't think I've ever driven it. That's another Group 4 car I'm missing. Either that, or I could... Here's a thought. Today is Friday the 20th. Group 2 at Dragon Trail Seaside. What about... Here is a thought for you guys. Here is a thought. Da, 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 da. Let's do the Group 2 Nations Cup. Why not? Why not? Oh, what's this? Alright, okay. Let's have a look at the Audi then. Can't do anything to skip it, so... Okay, I've seen this. Please skip Reno. No, not gonna work. Oh, I've thought to myself, am I going to have to buy one of these cars to get in here? Oh, bit of 2,700 hours, guys. Just new 24-hour clock. We're actually going to the 27-hour clock now. Definitely, bloody hell, 10 times tyre wear. That's going to be brutal. $27 9s, 28.0, 28.3, 28.3, 28.3. Oh, we're roughly around the right kind of area then. Yeah, I'm gonna need one of the cars. Okay. Gonna have to commit to one of them. Oh, for God's sake, we've had a mare. No. Actually wanted that. Okay. We'll drive the Lexus because I didn't see any Lexus in the top 10. Lexi. Or if I did, I'm blind. Oh, would you look at that? Wait, that's 100,000 credits. Too short. Did I buy any cars? If not, we're quickly doing that credit grind race. Okay. It's here. Well, I've got a decent amount of cars either way. Oh, I've literally not bought a single car on this account. I tell you what, a good way to get money quickly. Let's do Dragon Trail while we're here, I guess. This will get us the money we need. What's the fastest time in Europe, Matt? And what's the fastest car? Oh, this is a different account. That's why. I've literally barely done anything on this account. The other one I've got these done. Whoa. Have some brakes, please. God, I feel like I've got zero grip compared to that Group 2 car. Still no brakes into the first corner. Would not stop. Next. Flip. Drive Group 2 and you drive this, and it genuinely feels like you're driving a yacht. Like, my turning points are just all wrong. It's genuinely a ferry. I've got passengers on board. There's people on the little surfing machine on the back of it, having a great time. People complaining about the price of the Wi-Fi. Just quickly having to avoid a few icebergs. I like the look of it at the end of each sentence. Quality. I'm not sure that's how punctuation works, Cal. But I respect you for it regardless. Right. I'm going to try and take the chicane flat because I'm pretty sure the chicane should be flat. Oh my god. What? Is this car on flipping comfort tyres or something? Is it glitched? Absolute pig car. Whatever. Most certainly done driving this. Oh, piss off. What a horrible vehicle. I drove this in the UK series as well. I don't think it felt as bad as this. God, that's over. Is that enough credits? Yeah, that's enough credits. Oh. That's alright. I'm not even going to bother doing the full track. I'm just going to buy my car. We did. We used to jag in the Yamagiwa race, I'm sure we did. The McLaren at Interlagos, the SFR at Maggiore, the Jag at Yamagiwa, and then, was it the Porsche at Dragon Trail? Low 27s. Now, where am I so slow? I thought a low 28 was quite quick. What was I doing? You guys are going to get a live fight to the front tonight. So in 20 minutes time we'll go for this. Right, let's have some laps. Alright, right outside the entry period. Okay. Let's go practice some then, I guess. But yeah, obviously I was driving at the time, but back to the F1, Ricciardo did extremely well to win that race. Verstappen chucks it away for himself. Mercedes were kind of victims of circumstance in a way because Red Bull knew that they couldn't get out of Q2 on the soft tyres, they used the ultras, and Mercedes and Ferrari got out on the softs. So obviously a lot of people were turning around and saying, why didn't Mercedes pit Hamilton at the same time Ricciardo and Verstappen pitted? But they had no tyres. They had a set of ultras, but at that point of the race, that's not getting him to the end. He's not going to make it. Not without getting eaten alive at the end of the race, at least. I mean, they could have tried it, but I'm not sure it would have come off. turn in. Lattered them curbs through there that time. I'll quickly try a lap of traction control on for a sec. Just out of interest. Oh dear. Not bad. Right, let's go into the race anyway. Yeah, it's the wheel. It's mounted to a rig, but it still knocks sometimes. It's a gear-driven wheel. The gears slip, so what you hear is the click when I'm counter-steering and stuff like that. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, really. Unfortunately. Right. So we are going to do a fight, an impromptu fight to the front. Because why not? I've not actually driven this game with the controller. I've heard mixed reports. Some people swear it's faster. Especially in the higher classes like Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. I think I'd probably be inclined to agree. I find it very difficult to especially with no traction control, modulate the throttle on the faster cars to let you get away with a bit more on a trigger, but then you can't be as accurate in your turning as well, which is where the wheel comes in on the lower classes and Group 4 and stuff like that. That's what I mean about the kind of dullness that you feel through the wheel. You don't feel the fact that the car is spinning until it's too late through this wheel. That's my only criticism of it. For an out-of-the-box experience, it's pretty good, but you don't feel enough through the rear-wheel drive cars. I don't know whether that's down to GT Sports force feedback, because from what I know, the G29 feels quite good on games like Project Cars. Speaking of Project Cars, congratulations to F4H James, who came second at the Austrian A1 Telecom Rallycross Championship today, bagging himself a cool €4,000. Very proud of him. Been a fantastic couple of months for F4H. Big things coming as well, which I can't tell you about just yet, but extremely proud of the guys. Fastest team on Forza officially, and now we've broken ground on Project Cars as well, so well done to James today. Really fantastic result. Fuck the chicane up again. What are you doing? You see, on paper, TX3 are very quick, and the same can be said for them on Forza. But I have absolute confidence in the guys to 100% put up a massive fight against TX3. I mean, people like Matt and Jamie especially, their experience in these manufacturers events and Nations Cup events, I think will be invaluable in that fight. But I don't think we're going to have to wait too long to find out. When it comes down to it, I think there's going to be some announcements very soon. Might actually complete a lap at some point, I reckon. Look at this one. Find out in 30 seconds time. We made it through the chicane for once. Oh, for God's sake. I've done that chicane about 5,000 times. Fine. Is Indian food on a controller? Matt. I thought he was as well. I can't remember. I know Tidgeney's on a wheel. Not sure about McLaren. God, I just cannot keep the car together through there. It's killing me. I'm trying to push too hard through that first sector. What's annoyed me is Matt turning around saying there's a flipping 127, low 127 in the car, and I'm like, what? Because I can't do it. I'm going to get flipping close at the minute. That first chicane at Dragon Trail kills me as well. Never been good at it. too busy turning the frigging ghost off. I couldn't see anything. Oops. The Lexus seems consistently a lot better to drive than the other two. Like, the NSX is an absolute death trap. If anyone's tried driving that, but it is an absolute death trap. Oh, he says as he chucks it into the first corner like a swat. Ghost. I really hate that flipping chicane. Pretty much all of that was first sector. Died. So how we get on in the race anyway. I am on a wheel pad, yeah. I'm on the Logitech G29. This should be pretty fun regardless, I know. We've got some driver rating A in here. Alright, let's calm it down a bit. So this is going to be the boring bit because we're not going to qualify. I'm going to drive away from the back. I'm 100% jealous of you, Matt. I'm not going to lie. Sounds incredible. I wonder how they populated the list though, like of people that got an email. Be like from past FIA results and things like that, maybe. ...14 lap race, no idea on strategy. Fuel is on 10 times, I believe. Our tyre wear is. Not car settings, that's not what we want. Race settings. Seven times fuel. Driver rating. I knew I should have done more fucking races, man. What a penis. Absolute madness. So cool. Might see if I can pull a few strings and go as media or something like that for the channel. Qualifying will begin shortly. That's fun for everyone apart from me. Let's see what banging laps these guys are smashing out. Can't even spectate. We're looking at a random car in the garage. There we go. See, this is how little I do this stuff. I didn't even know you could do that. I need to make more time to play. For sure. Is it just Brits, man? Or the other nationalities involved as well? Who do we reckon's going to get pole? If it's not Carlos, he's doing something wrong, I think. Your top seed in this lobby. Apparently. Minutes of sitting here waiting to go. Yeah, I reckon so. How many people are there? If you don't mind me asking. 9s. That would indicate that there's going to be others involved, because 9's not enough. Alright, they'll choose from those available. Wow, ruthless. The fastest so far. Where are you going, Cal? Or should I say Arnie? I'll be back. Minutes to go, then we can go racing. This is very boring. Not doing any racing. But hopefully the race will make up for it, because we'll be slicing our way through the field like a hot knife through butter. So wish you could watch people. Oh, it's close. Close for first all of a sudden. Mr. AB is absolutely flying with that massive 488 points haul. Oh man, God of War is amazing. Amazing. It's actually hurting me a bit not playing it. I wasn't going to buy it either. To be honest with you, Pabby, I've only raced them twice, and to be fair, it's the very first races in sport mode, so it's not like I've jumped in there with the best America has to offer, so it's okay. It's a shame the regions are split, but I see why they did it. It makes sense. It's in a game, for example, like Forza, where they're not split. Not so much between the UK and America. I don't think those really are massive connection issues at all. In fact, I've done a lot of races with Americans on here in the GTSRL where there's no issue whatsoever. It's UK to places like, you know, Chile, Colombia, Australia, Japan. They're the regions you don't really want to be mixing. Yeah, this lobby is definitely very anti-Canada. The Canadians far too friendly for Group 2. They're all going to be smiles and handshakes in Group 4, I think. Canadians are like the British of North America, I would say. apologise even if it isn't your fault kind of culture. Already had a race of your own. There are some really fast Canadians on GT Sport though. Right, here we go. So solid crew, 21 seconds to go. Share the same queen. Break out the national anthem. No tension here, Cal. Oh, not another 60 seconds. We don't need 60 seconds. Let's go. Let's do it. It's flipping about 6.5 minutes to do the bloody FIA intro. We need 60 seconds of wait. This is where we find out that RGZ is also a sleeper. Here we go. Here we go. Time for 6.5 minutes of FIA intros where we look at every car in great detail. See if anyone's got nice paints actually. I've seen better. That's the standard paint, isn't it? A lot of wild so far. That's also the default paint. Can't really say much, I'm also running the default paint. That is awful. More default paints. We need more discovery of the Discover tab in America. Default paint. Oh, default paint. What's next? What's next? Yeah. That's also awful. More default paints. I feel like we've been let down quite badly here. It's me! Roll Britannia! Britannia rolls the waves. Definitely American. We are 100% American. I'm so American. That guy's had an absolute mare. God. Had to kind of commit to that one at the very end there. We've made some decent progress first lap. Not entirely sure what his game was. Thing. Tyres are already going. Don't even know if I dare take the chicane flat. Well, it's still quite easy to be fair. Oh, no, 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 no. I knew that was going to happen. Just got full-on aero wash behind that guy. Lost 8 seconds there, not good. It's not so much at low speeds that you notice the tyres going. It's through places like there where the car just feels completely different to how it would in a time trial or a quali session. isn't it? Ever helpful, you are running out of fuel sign. Perfect positioning for it right there. Close. We definitely made up some time, and we're going to be better at the end of the race than they are. in sight. Whether he ghosted or not, but scared the shit out of me. Johnny! Oh, how disappointing! Wow, what a buzzkill! I think we grew into this race once we stopped being scared of like tyre wear and stuff like that. For whatever reason, I was driving like my tyres were going to fall off a cliff or something. And to be honest with you, the car doesn't feel that bad. Woo! Famous last word. Yeah, the car doesn't feel that bad at all. apart from the sweepers, really, it's not a million miles off pace everywhere. 7 times tyre wear, so. Oh shit, no. 5 seconds slow down, it's a little bit harsh. Kissed the wall a little bit, didn't I? Smashed someone into oblivion. There you have it. To be fair, like I was sat there like, yes, and the car doesn't really feel that bad. And then the next thing I'm there going sideways out the corner, like an absolute retard. Right, that's a good note to end it on tonight, guys. That was fun. Appreciate you all tuning in. Started off with some UK best of series, which was great to watch. Did a bit of practice for this weekend's IGTC and took it to another level. We went on the American account and actually did the Nations Cup race for real. And in the process, we got our first fight to the front victory. Won by a clear 15.5 seconds. We will take that. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, I was looking forward to battling to the end, but unfortunately, no dice. I thought they might be in like fuel mode 2, like trying desperately to save or something like that, or like fuel mode 5, I don't know, but enjoyed that a lot. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. Be back again tomorrow with some hot, fresh, juicy content for you all. Until then, I will see you all later.